All right, welcome. Today we are diving into a huge, fascinating topic. What exactly is psychology? We're going to break down this science of the mind in a really quick and clear explainer. So let's get right into our journey into the mind.
It all really starts with a question that I think every single one of us has asked ourselves. Why did I say that? Why am I feeling this way? Or why can't I break that one bad habit? Well, those questions, they are the very heart of psychology. And here it is, the simplest answer. Psychology is the scientific study of the mind and our behavior. It's that simple. And the word itself actually comes from the Greek psyche, which means soul or life, and logos for explanation or study. So it's quite literally the study of life. But a dictionary definition only gets you so far. It's so much more than that. It's really the science of you, of how you think, how you feel, and how you act. It's the science that tries to explain what makes us, well, us. And here is a super crucial point. It is not just one thing. Psychology looks at the whole picture, the entire puzzle. It digs into our biology, things like our brain chemistry and our genetics. It examines all the social pressures, from our culture and the people all around us, and it looks at our environment, where we grew up, where we live now. It's all of those things working together that make us who we are. So, to really get a handle on this, we kind of need to see where it all came from. So let's take a lightning-fast tour through the history of psychology. Okay, so this timeline here shows us how our understanding of the mind has totally changed over time. For centuries, these questions were really for philosophers. But if you look right here on the timeline, you'll see a key date, 1879. That's when Wilhelm Wundt opened the very first experimental psychology lab. And that, right there, is what officially made it a science. From that point on, things started shifting. Behaviorism took over the early 1900s, focusing only on what you could see, on actions. But then, fast forward to the 1960s, and boom, the cognitive revolution happened, which brought the focus right back inside, to the inner workings of the mind. Memory, perception, all that good stuff. So all that history, all those competing ideas, they left us with this really powerful modern toolkit. Instead of just one single theory, we now have all these different lenses for understanding why we do what we do. Think about it like this. If you're trying to figure out a really complex problem, you look at it from a bunch of different angles, right? Well, that's exactly what psychology does. Each one of these perspectives, or lenses, gives us another unique piece of the puzzle. And here they are, the 7 major lenses of modern psychology. Let's use an example we can all relate to, like procrastination. The biological perspective, it would ask if our brain chemistry or maybe our genes make us more likely to put things off. Then you've got the behavioral perspective, which is all about learning. It would ask if we've been rewarded for delaying in the past, like getting an extension on a deadline. And then the psychodynamic lens, the one you probably associate with Freud, might dig even deeper, asking if our procrastination is maybe rooted in some unconscious fear of failure. See? Each one offers a totally different clue. This question is just perfect for introducing the cognitive perspective. This lens is all about our mental processes, our thoughts, our memories, our problem solving. So with our procrastination example, it would look at the actual thought patterns, the self-talk, the excuses we tell ourselves to justify the delay. It's all about the brain's software. Okay, so now let's zoom out from our own individual minds and look through the social lens. This perspective looks at how our thoughts and behaviors are shaped by the people and the culture all around us. As you can see here, this covers social influence, like peer pressure, and social relations, like attraction and prejudice. It's just a powerful reminder that we don't exist in a vacuum. So, we've got the history, we've got the theories, but why does any of this matter? Well, because psychology isn't just some academic subject. It is everywhere, actively shaping our world every single day. The most obvious place is probably healthcare. Clinical psychology is the biggest branch, and it's focused on diagnosing and treating mental health conditions. But it also helps people manage their stress and cope with physical illnesses, which has a huge impact on our overall well-being. It's also absolutely critical in the workplace. There's a field called industrial organizational psychology, and it applies all these principles to improve everything from hiring the right people to making jobs more motivating to creating better leaders. Basically, it helps make work better for people. And the applications, they don't stop there. I mean, ever wonder why your favorite app is just so easy and intuitive to use? Yeah, That's psychology. It also helps inform our legal system through forensic psychology and helps athletes get that mental edge through sports psychology. It is a truly incredibly versatile science.
So, after all that, where is this powerful science headed? What are the new questions it's trying to answer?
Psychology isn't some old, dusty field. It's alive. It's constantly evolving to take on our world's biggest challenges. Right now, researchers are studying the psychological impacts of artificial intelligence. They're figuring out how to encourage behaviors to fight climate change, and they're tackling how to make mental health care accessible to everyone, everywhere.
And all of that brings us right back to you. From your habits and your relationships to your biggest goals and your deepest fears, psychology offers a toolkit for understanding yourself. So the final question is, after seeing everything this field can do, what part of your own life could you see just a little bit more clearly through the lens of psychology?